morning, Nick. Good morning, Samuel. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Antonio. Deep in coffee. Good morning, Joseph. The topic seems to be nice. I hope it is. We will try to be as realistic as possible and the morning seems dark, but it's okay. We will be fine. Good morning, Vianney. Hey, Vianney, the Subaru guy who drives a Vanguard Toyota. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Vianney, the Subaru guy who drives the Toyota Vanguard. Yes, deep in coffee. This steady. How are you? Good morning, Joseph. Yes, good morning, people. I hope you guys are doing well. Gideon, good morning. How is our IST? Immediate Baba. So today, we are going to be talking about why only Toyota. I'm relying on some kind of data especially for this channel, and my experience in with cars. Some of the world leading reviewers will tell you that Toyota is the most reliable. Consumers themselves will tell you that Toyota is the best car still. So I'm sure that when I say buy only Toyota, it doesn't come as a surprise. You definitely expected it. Good morning, Raymond. And it's not that I've been talking about Toyota only. Tuli wano kubala. Uganda. That's a Isuzu Mitsubishi Canter. Then the bus is an Isuzu Kati. One thing for us to understand is that Isuzu and Mitsubishi are winners when it comes to buses and lorries. You know, if you're going to buy a bus or a lorry, don't buy a Toyota. You may regret. There are majority of people that have seen that organizations, especially, it's organizations that have bought Costas, but organizations normally don't give a damn how money is spent as long as they get a good deal in the buying process. And if they're going to be buying a new Costa and the offer is good, they go ahead and buy it. Besides, it has 100,000 kilometers warranty, so they will definitely buy it. But when you look at the cars on the road, that's a lorry, a truck, it's a Mercedes-Benz. The rest are there we have a Subaru, and then there we have Golf 4. Yeah. The good thing is we have a diverse number of cars, but different types on the road today. And when you pay attention, you will see that Toyota wins, especially with the kind of cars that we drive, the small cars, sedans, estates, hatchbacks. Katolaba, that parking has lorries there, but they are Isuzus. Majority of them are Isuzus. That's a Isuzu. That's Mercedes Benz. That's Mitsubishi. That bus is what? It must be an Isuzu. That's Isuzu. That's Isuzu. So I think with evidence, you know, things I've constantly told you guys that things don't happen by accident. So with evidence, with the kind of evidence that we have seen, if you're buying a lorry, your best bet would be Isuzu. It's not by accident that it's Isuzu. That truck there, Isuzu. So with evidence, you know, when we were studying marketing, I'm going back actually today, I'm going back to enroll for another marketing course. I'm obsessed with learning. So I'm going to do another marketing course. So, but when we were studying, when I was doing my postgraduate, they told us, you go global, but stay local. That's like the motto of all multinationals that decide to branch out into other countries. You see, like when Unilever starts, they say in the USA, and they want to go, that's a Mitsubishi, then Isuzu. When multinationals decide to go to other countries, their utmost goal is to go global but stay local. So what that means is that when you go to a country like Uganda, it doesn't matter whether you are an American company, but when you go to that country, you try as much as possible to stay local. FJ Cruiser. That might also be a Toyota FJ Cruiser. So you try as much as possible to stay local. Find then we've seen a Mitsubishi minivan estate. The goal is to try as much as possible to adhere to the culture of the country where you are going to put your business. Don't do what they wouldn't do. Don't offend them. You offend them once, and they will stop buying your products or services. Yes, the Vol King. Good morning. Remy Lewis, good morning. Forest asiracha kati madamu lachi naite wamugulira Subaru. Owa madamu yamazima agamanyi. Ezo bagwata nabakubira mulokole muzukufu. Arthur narabye succeed with one NZ engine. How is it? Just buy. That one is a very, very good one. Leero lwakubanja bantu likes. But nange you guys, 26, we have only 5 likes. Like the broadcast. Thank you for reminding me, Antonio. Amina Devoking. Good morning. Can I get a second-hand Wish car in good condition? I want to start special hire. For special hire, 15 you can get, but it will be one of those very first number plates. When Wish came, US series. If you want a car that is UB series, I would advise that you have a minimum of 18 million minimum. To get a good one, I've just joined. Yes, peace Joseph, good morning. Good morning Umar. Yes, Moses Heath. Toyota FJ Cruiser. Good morning Mr. Kafero. Bawa Matha Omobwat. Access News, good morning. Alan Molindwa, good morning. Kati. I try to live by the motto of go global, stay local. It's a very, very, very hard motto, but it's something that, and it's something that requires you to be a very humble person. For you to go global and stay local, now, let me make this categorically clear. Subarus are very reliable cars. Very reliable. Besides, Toyota owns part of Subaru. So right now, whatever technology they have, it's mixed with Toyota technology. So Katneviani area wavuga Subaru X na yali mu chivane gadi che yenyoledamu. Okitegeera. oba oli muravufu naye tomanyi bumanya. So Toyota partly owns Subaru, partly owns Mazda, you get. So Toyota is slowly investing in other car brands because those are that's a strategy that you use to beat your competition. So if your competition is trying to take over your market, what do? You buy shares and then you take part in the money, whatever money they are making, you eat some of it. So that's what Toyota is doing. So whenever you see a Subaru, just know about 20% of that car is you're paying Toyota. That's what happens with Subaru. So Subaru is a very reliable brand, though. I'll have to make that clear. So if you want to buy Subaru, you buy Subaru. But I want to make it also clear that Subaru is a very delicate brand. Subarus are very delicate cars. If you do that to a Subaru, the engine can blow. You get what I'm saying? The engine can blow. So Subaru is a very delicate car. It's not the thing with Toyota is that Toyota kabwaka ganda mukakuba mayinja naye ne kakomawo okitegeera. So atete kakuluma, but just no German Shepherd okikubamu empinga 3 nga kikulumye. So Subaru is like the German Shepherd. So it's important that we understand that. But other than it being delicate, the Subarus are very, very reliable cars. Mazda is Japanese, fairly reliable. The thing with Mazda is that the spare is very expensive, and because spare is expensive, sometimes Ojana Kwesang and the mechanic puts substandard things. They put some Toyota things which should not be there. But also one thing you need to understand, yes, the engine works the same way. Subaru engine, Toyota engine, they almost have the same mechanism, right? They almost have the same mechanism. An engine, an inline combustion engine from Subaru works the same way with the Toyota, basically. Okay, they change minor things. But those minor changes, we've seen in Nissan. So those minor changes that Subaru makes to differentiate the Subaru from Toyota, probably to give it more power, those are the problems with the that mechanics face here in Uganda. And that's why you'll find that sometimes mechanics will find trouble fixing your Subaru, or they'll find trouble fixing your Mazda. Those minor changes, because most of them get trained in that's a hard body. Most of them get trained in Toyota garages, or they get trained. That's why you find the people that understand all types of cars are people that went and studied theory. Theory is very important. Whatever thing I'm good at it because I have theory in my head. So when ngata theory na ngata na mageza amazari voxe yiyo, that's a voxe. When ngata ka mageza amazari ku theory gwenyina, then I'm unbeatable. Most people just go with the mageza amazari. Most mechanics actually just work with magezi amazari. You get yeah. So Toyota eringa buno African dog kaliane rumode, exactly kaliane fene. Good morning Chris Fitness. Good morning Kavira. Ata, what is your take on Nissan hard body? I have a friend selling it at 35 million. I want a multi-purpose car that can do farm work. The hard body is a good car, but it's very expensive to keep on the road. I can tell you that at 35 million you can get a very good Hilux. Why am I saying Hilux? Hilux is very, very affordable. I have a relative that bought a hard body last year, but one. Yamana Najituna Nagura Hilux. The hard body was very expensive for him. So I would, any day I would recommend that you buy. Wabanga maintenance is not your issue. That buying a Chihuahua of 1 million is not problem. Where the Chihuahua for Hilux will be 200. Because those are the things that I've seen people complain about. Hilux is much more affordable to keep on the road than the hard body. And even when the resale value comes, if you want to upgrade or you want to just get another car, the Hilux will have a higher resale value than the hard body. But the hard body is also a good car. no doubt. It's also a good car. And you drive a hard body, you'll be driving a different car from so many people. You'll be driving a different car, so you have probably people be saying, "Hey, guy in a cent, Nisani." That's what they'll be saying. But when Musa now jab what you would it definitely a boy in a cent because in Kanika hard body, hard body a bay mechanical. But anyway, why are you going to be buying only Toyota? And why is it that almost everybody says it's only Toyota? And not just in Uganda, in Japan, in the US, in the UK. So many people say they buy a Toyota. Now, before we go to that, you need to understand that there are cars that share spare parts. The Audi, the Volkswagen, BMW, they share some spare parts. So you'll find that you have a certain model of a BMW, but when you go to buy spares, you buy the Volkswagen spare parts. So that's an advantage that people that have German cars, get. It's that they can share spares. When you have a Toyota, you only share spares with Toyota. For example, my car shares the spares with that Alex. It shares spares with the Wish. It shares spares with the Primo new model. It shares spares with the Oris. Okay, but you won't find me sharing spares with Honda. Okay, that's the thing. I've read in so many places as well that Honda is also a very reliable brand of cars. And yes, Honda is very strong, Tefafa, but I've seen people struggle to keep it on the road as well. The CRV, just look at the suspension, very expensive, but it's a very strong car though. The other challenge you'd get with the Honda, it would be you getting a mechanic that can actually keep it on the road. That's the other challenge. Not every garage works on Honda. And that doesn't mean the Honda is not good. It definitely means the Honda is just a pain in the ass to keep on the road. If your Honda broke down here, just like a Mercedes-Benz and BMW, you'd actually have to call your mechanic from Kampala to come and fix it. If my Toyota broke down from here, I just have to look for a nearby garage, and chances are high they'll keep me on the road. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If your Suzuki broke down here, you'd have to call your mechanic from Kampala. Okay, but if my Toyota broke down from here, I'll just get a board again on the mechanic, and that mechanic will fix it. But if you did it with a Subaru, chances are high your expenses in fixing that car would go higher than what they would initially go if you had called your mechanic from Kampala. Which take it. Arthur, can I get a Primo 2003 new model at 10 million? If you want to get a problem car, yes. If you want to get a good car, prepare about 16-17 million. Yeah. Uganda, can I get a Mark II branding a Moyini? They are there, but they are very rare, so chances are high that you won't. Subaru known for boxer engines, so Toyota known for V engines and inlines. Yes, that they are still engines. They are still engines. The one reason why why car manufacturers will keep on making the V engines is because the V engines fit in the engine room or in the engine bay. They are very small. Until what about a 4-piston engine? It's inline. It goes all the way. You just get the V engine will definitely be smaller. You get it, so you'll have plenty of space. You know, when you look at cars that have V engines, they have a lot more space in their engine bay. Then the boxer engines, even Toyota has these kinda boxer engines. I'm saying kinda because it's these guys they name their engines so. But when you look at engines that are in cars like Mark II, of course we can't name the boxer engine, we can't name them that, but come on. it's almost the same thing. The Mark II engine gives you the same center of gravity as the Subaru engine. Good morning. Good morning, Joab. How is Sienta? Can I get a good one at 15? Yes, you get a Sienta at 15, but just don't be picky about the number plates. Tobe are very picky. Good morning, Director Martha Academy. Mweba guy, you're 36. We have only 11 likes. Why? It's fantastic. Hey, Mweba guy. Toyota stands for reliability, dependability, and affordability. Exactly. Reliability, dependability, affordability. Reliability, dependability, affordability. Chobula baba ntubogera na mukadde wange. Nze ntumuleri. I'm on the same road with this UBG. Yes. What's the bond price of for the foreign used Toyota Rush? Toyota Rush 10 million gas at mutano kati. Maizigenda zigwa. There's a time when the Rumion was 40 million. Now the Rumion is about 34. Zigenda kwesala. I'm thinking a person that bought a Rumion at 40 million right now thinks nali mfachi. Ochitegera. I know you're not friends with Mazda, but talk about the 2010 and above Mazda Versa. I have no idea what the Versa is. I have to look at it. Maybe I've not seen it, or maybe I've just not paid attention to it. I actually have no problems with Mazda's engineering and forex. I have no problem with Mazda. I just know a lot of people that have struggled with Mazdas. I know plenty of them that have struggled with Mazdas. And if I see many people struggling with Mazdas, why would I recommend anyone to buy a Mazda? For me, I'm just being practical. I have no problem with that car. As a matter of fact, Mazda has some very lovely designs for their cars. Very lovely designs, and they are comfortable. Like there is this car, is it the Mazda Axela? It's a very, very lovely car. The Demio, I would not buy Demio even if it were less by 2 million in the bond and I wanted to buy a Vitz, I would buy a Vitz on credit. That's one thing I can tell you. There are certain Mazdas that you should just not buy. They are not worth it. Like if you buy a Mazda Demio to save fuel, and then you end up spending all the money you saved in fuel in fixing the car. Kati mathematics abaya akulemi. Anyway, let's go to why people recommend Toyotas all the way. Why Toyota is the #1 seller globally, by the way. There's normally time I find people arguing. When you go to Germany, people drive other, but just make sure you get the number of all those other brands and get the number of total Toyotas in that country. And yes, chances are high you're going to figure out that Toyota is a market leader still. That totally has nothing to do with the other cars being reliable or not. It just means that this car, the Toyota, is much more a much more reliable brand, a much more better car than all the others. On a field day one or Chirabika. Was a clutch to be ganye, clutch Rabika. Clutch Rabika. Sienta in the bond, you can get it at about 27, 28, and lower depending on which bond. Sometimes lower, yeah. But still, in Toyota GT86 Subaru blessed us with its boxer engine. The BRZ and Sion has the same engine as the Supra Mark 5 got part of the BMW. And that now the performance cars, it's different. Those people, normally when it comes to performance cars or race cars, what happens with these car manufacturers is a company can hire them to create a car for their team. Let me give you an example. If we had a team, let's say Rajiv Ruparelia, and they had access to Toyota, BMW, Mercedes-Benz and all, they can decide to say, let's talk to all these car manufacturers to make us a car for our team. Okay, so and after making this car and it's very good, and then they get into an MOU with these companies to make the same car for sale. Okay, to make a few thousand copies for sale, and then they share in the profits. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So some of these performance cars, they don't just happen. It doesn't just happen that Mercedes-Benz and BMW come together with Toyota to make a car, or that Toyota comes together with Subaru to make a car. It so happens that it can be an arrangement that is required by business. A company wants Toyota and Subaru to come together to make a car, and they do that. So and you'll find that majority of the time, cars like that have, let's say Toyota has a Subaru, a Boxer engine, and then it has suspension from BMW, and then it has the body built by Mercedes-Benz, and then it has an interior built by Mazda. You'll find that those cars, they made like 1,000 copies or 5,000 copies, and that's it. Era chovola nje moro kezo wese ebisere ebimu tezitera kubeera very common. Ojagisanga mu Uganda omuntu agiina alimu atya, alimu omu. You get it? So that's the concept behind cars like that. But it's the Mazda CX-5, CX-9 and the Mazda 6, and don't forget the legendary RX-7. Yes. So this is why you want to buy a car, a Toyota for a car today. Okay, and some of these reasons may be hard for you to try and decipher right now, but later on when you think about it, you'll definitely understand them. One, Toyota has the highest resale value. As a person that is going to have a family, or as a person that has a family today, it's important that you think, do you want to, as a family man, as Mzenga Arthur, sometimes I think, do I want to buy a car because we are Ugandans, go global, stay local. Do I want to buy a car where if I need to sell it like in a week, it's going to cut 10 million? Or do I want to buy a car in that week and sell a million bill? Because we go to Nango Papimoro Sala, but this is level yanjawu. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, Toyota has a very high resale value, higher resale value than any other car brand. And this is one reason why you want to buy a Toyota as a Ugandan. As a Ugandan that has not yet been reached financial independence. It's how when I want you to think to yourself, if you ran into a medical emergency and you needed about 15 million, you have it on your account, account, you just go buy any other type of car. Okay? It's okay, because then you'll never need to sell your car to get into emergencies. Now, these things are very uncomfortable conversations for us to have, because I used to have this. I used to talk to when we were talking about how many kids to have with my wife. We used to have these conversations, and she used to tell me because she used to want 5 kids, and she used to tell me, women have a lot of hope, and she used to tell me, life will get better. You think life is not going to get better? Me, I normally speak with facts. And then I used to sit her down and tell her, okay, look at how much money I'm making right now. If you have 5 kids now, do you think in 10 years I will be making 20 times what I'm making now? And she said, I don't know, but you need to have hope. You pray to God and all that thing, all that those things that people usually say. And And I told her, okay, look at the qualifications I have, let's say academically, and look at the skills I have, and look at the people that have the same qualification and same skills in this country. Are they making 20 times what I'm making right now? And look at the quality of lives they have. Do you think I'll have a much better quality life than that? Now, area hope you never know you so can be jewo. Your name so can be jewo to the reality. Okay? The reason why you want to buy a Toyota is simple. You may need to sell that car. So you want to buy a car that if in case you need, because I've driven my car for 2 years and I've never needed to sell it. Which take it. It doesn't mean that my life is perfect, no, but I've not needed to sell it. But I know that if in case I needed to sell it tomorrow, teja kunsala. Which take it. So that's one reason you want to buy. And this conversation needs to be, it's very uncomfortable. There is no person that you're going to find that wants you to tell them you may need to sell your car because things may go wrong. Because things may go wrong. Now, but everybody thinks that, okay, I'm financially educated. I know what to do with my money. I have figured everything out. The best example I'll give you, of course, and this gentleman, God rest his soul, was not very educated. Honorable Katolwama, God rest his soul. He was in parliament for 5 years, and for those 5 years, God knows he lived the life. He lived the life, and whatever he did when he entered and after he entered parliament might be that he did it because he knew he was going any time. Because remember, when he went to before he went to parliament, he went to India for an operation on the heart. So he was living on borrowed time with his heart that was fixed. And then along the way, he went back and got fixed in the lungs. So basically, this guy was living on borrowed time. Probably he ate all his money because he knew he was going. Now, let's leave that. But can you imagine a person that was in parliament having to do TikTok broadcasts all the time? Like his time was, he wakes up in the morning and they're doing a video on him. He goes to eat, they're doing a video on him. And then he endorses brands for, you get it? And then he says Kukuba Ruseke all the time. Now, that's just one of the examples I can give you to make you understand that things can go around anytime. I take at Fabacha Aliaba Fubukai, you can't say you have figured things out all through. But anyway, one of the reasons why almost every family that has those Mercedes-Benz, blah, 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 they have a Toyota is probably because they learned the hard way. My friend Kasim, who is a mechanic, a Benz mechanic, drives a Mark II Grand. Nenga akanika Mercedes-Benz. Of course, he has a Mercedes-Benz E320, those new ones, but he also has a Mark II, and he drives the Mark II majority of the time. That doesn't mean that the Mercedes-Benz is not reliable, but there, if you sat him down to ask him why he drives a Mark II, he would give you his peace of mind. So the resale value is one reason why you want, and I was trying to show you why you need the resale value in your pocket. Why you need the resale value. It's important, especially financial independence zone. Of course, there are people that are financially independent. Now, when I talk about resale value, I'm talking about the people that have not yet made financial independence. Financial independence tunatoka financial independence, toina milioni ya 3 kwa account yo, toina milioni ya 5 kwa account yo, ochitegera toina business eyingiza sente guzo subira zikuwa financial independence, then my brother, stick to Toyota for now. Ochitegera, of course I'm not a financial expert, I'm not a finance expert, but that's my take on cars. Yeah. Is it true that there is a way a mechanic can fix the engine and the car consumes less fuel than before? No, they'll just be spoiling. Kavida, what they say is basara mafuta, but that's something you should never do. Just buy a car you can afford. Toyota is very reliable and it is the most sold car brand globally with market share of about 18%. All other car brands are competing for the remaining 80%, definitely, Vianney. However, Toyota needs to improve on styling, comfort, performance, and safety to capture the high-end market. Actually Vianney eyo ngenda kujja waawo. So reliability, I mean the resale value is there. Now let me look at you as I tell you this. I've so far helped about 20 people inspect cars. This is one thing I'm going to tell you about the people that I help inspect cars. Some people come, they have more cash than me at that moment. But one thing I've realized about the people that the young people that buy cars in Uganda today is 90% are buying their first car. The people that are buying cars with me, the people that are here on this channel, 90% of the people, I have data by the way, 90% of the people that we have helped buy cars here are buying their first car. Okay, then there's a 5% of those people that are buying their second car, but the reason they are buying their second car with me is because their first car was a mistake. They bought their first car and it disturbed them a lot, so they decided I'm not going to make a mistake with my second car. So that's why they call Arthur to help them do pre-purchase inspection. Then there is the other percentage that simply just doesn't want to go through the trouble of dealing with brokers. They even say, Arthur, me, I'm not going to talk. I'll just be there to say this car is good for me, and then you check the rest of the things, then negotiate with those guys. They just tell me, I just want to spend this much, I don't want to go beyond this budget. And some of them just don't want to be plagued with the decisions of knowing which car would work for them. Which, of course, they know what they want to use the car for, but they don't want to buy a car that will, because they know they may end up making a mistake. They have bought cars, several cars, but probably right now they think, okay, let me engage someone that knows more about cars than me. That's why they call Arthur. But the 90% is buying their first car, according to the stats I have from the guys that have helped buy cars here. Which take it now, for a person that is buying their first car, Subaru Jireke. Okay, for the person that's buying their first car, I would ideally, especially if you're buying and you're still cautious about fuel cost, and you're still cautious about maintenance costs, I will tell you that Subaru Jireke. Subaru mujira mujirekera ababedenga Vianney. Now, you'll give things like comfort, the style. Now, for a person that is buying your first car, I would think that you should think about mostly learning about cars. And what better brand would you want to learn about cars with than Toyota? First of all, I've driven plenty of cars, but when I look at the Subaru engine like this, it's even confusing. It's even confusing. Things are too much, it's really disorganized. Engine bay Toyota. Maybe I'm just used to Toyota. That's something. But if you're a person that's buying your first car, there's plenty of things that we did, me personally, with my first car. There is plenty of things that I did with that first car, my Chibina. Yali Chibina UAB 155J. Najigura ku anti wange. Yali yajiparking andozo mwaka mulamba ngatajivuga. Of course, she's a person that had money, ngate balina shuttle ebatwala ku mulimu mukitegeera. So muroka ali mu garage from like January to December. So that December we get the car out, I drive them for Christmas, and I najindekera for January, and I say, why not buy this car? Because nadi nkulubula nnyo, and I decided that okusinga atenge emmotoka yennyini, emmotoka eparking nze nnyetera okufa ebintu. So I was fixing these things for her, and I decided, no, I'll just buy this car from her. Why am I fixing it for her? So she gave it to me. I bought it from her at 3 million. That was my first car, UAB 155J. Era wojiraba wonna wona UAB 155J, call me and I buy it back. Yeah, that car yalwana entalo. Yeah, yalwana entalo. Sina wesaji twala kaba ali mbara bichi. I had no idea what I was driving. As a first time car owner, reason number 2 is the stats I have for the love of cars. A first time car owner, majority of the time as a first time car owner, you have no idea what you're doing. It doesn't matter your age. If you're driving your first car, you have no idea what you're doing. I look back when I was driving my first, second and third car. Of course I was young, because my first car najigula nyine myaka 2010. Because kati nkadiye. And I looked at that. I looked at the way I was driving, and then I realize when I sometimes I talk to myself and say katonda yalinga nkuma, because nali simanyi raka yange sinagigula bambi. Yesterday I was very busy, sasobodde. So I want to see if today I can create time. We bought the rack, it's there, but just getting the time to fix it. My mechanic normally complains that ate emotoka gwe nedda oyina okugula emotoka ey'okubiri, emotoka gwe gy'obeera buli kiseera oyinga agisula namu. So we bought the rack, it's there, but just the time to fix it in there. That's what we have to get. Yeah. So no, it's not just the Primo Jordan. Every Toyota car has resale value. It's just that you see, the thing that I was telling you about resale value is that majority of you people that buy cars, mwagala okutunda mbwangu, temutera kutunda mmerembe jammwe. Omara kufuna bizibu by'amaanyi, very big problems, and then you want to sell in 2 days. That's why you people get very bad resale value. Negwe tunda mirembe jo. Cut for me, if I wanted to sell my Corolla, I would sell it for a month or 2. I start telling you guys I'm selling my Corolla now, and then I would know that this is July. I want you people to give me money in September. Ochitegeera. That's how you get good resale value. Let people check. Ochitegeera nga nawe we sorting atomanya nekyo yagaza sente oyinza okuzifuna notatunda. Ochitegeera. So the reason why people get bad resale value with their cars is because batunda mangu. Batunda bapapa. So as long as you don't ne primo new model bogitunda ngo papa era na ye kusala. Ochitegeera. Good morning, Arthur. Yes, good morning, Hammy Black. What's the best Toyota SUV I can get for 20 million shillings? You can get a RAV4. I think the RAV4 is one car that I would recommend, because then the RAV4 would have VVTi at 20 million. Okay, just don't be picky about number plates. You can get a Kruger. Yes, we can get a Kluger. For now, you can also get a Kawundo, but very old number plate. Very old number plate. Tutawanya wana nange ndooza ngende eri kubanga kano kajja munyiza obutakasobola. Naye kankayingi. So all these guys had created the third and fourth line. Kampala talina mateeka, buli omu ayita bamuyisa. Alaba boda leni ze balimu. Akavuyo mukalaba. Neri jemba njagala okukira naye tewagende. Aba taxi bayiga engombe. They think everything can be solved with their own. So a first-time car owner, you should, because as a first-time car owner, sometimes you're not even sure you really need a car. That's one thing. The other thing I've realized with people that buy cars with me, some of them are not even sure they really need the car. Like there is a car we bought some time back, and the owner has not yet even picked it from my mechanic. But take it, we went and bought the car, they really wanted it, but they have never picked it. It's like now, they have never picked the car from the garage. Take it, the car is okay, and even the things that needed to be fixed, my mechanic has fixed them on his money. So now he's saying they should just come pick their car, but they have never picked it. So such a person, I'm very sure that they need a car. So I've realized that as a person that is not sure whether you really need a car, why do you buy a BMW? Why do you buy a Mercedes Benz? I don't know if I'm clear about that. So Toyota is one car that you'll have to buy as a first-time car owner. Looking at the stats that most people that buy cars from here are above one, you are first-time car owner. As Al Salmin, hi Chris Da Vinci, Haris Shafa. Kaundo is the Toyota Harrier, the new model. Hey. No, car prices won't go down. Sisabura Subaru Bananga Antonio. Sisabura Subaru. Hey. Kajam, yeah. Morning Arthur. I would like to see how your Kanamokade looks like. But I put a picture in the thingy. I put a picture in the commented tab. You can go look at it. I even have a video where I talk about where I'm fixing this thing. In one of the broadcasts, I even showed the bumpers and all that. Now let's just leave the because first of all we talked about the resale value, and then we have talked about reason number 2 for you to buy a Toyota, as the fact that majority of the people that I help buy cars here are first-time car owners that are buying their first car. The second category is those people that are buying their second car, but they made a mistake with their first car, so they don't want to make another mistake with this car again. Of course, the third category is the people that don't have the time to choose their own car, so they need someone to help them. The other reason why you want to buy a Toyota is because of the durability of Toyota. Forget reliability. I want us to talk about durability. A Chitafa durable. Toyota Tefa. Kanzikize kajamu kada kakaja to kwa bank. Toyota is durable. You see in a motor car. Me, I'm not complaining. It's you people that are saying and I'm asking myself, watching it's like this car works perfectly, so why should I buy another car? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's too durable for life. Like you see Land Cruisers in tour companies, guys are driving UAAs, guys are driving UABs. Like I saw a Great Lake Safari Land Cruiser. It's a UAB and it's still moving, even AC is working. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Toyota is too durable for life. So that's the other thing you're going to do. You can see taxis, UAT. That taxi probably does about 400 kilometers a day. But it's still on the road, UAT. I saw people that were buying Nissan caravans. So durability is the other thing that you want. As long as you take good care of a Toyota, it will serve you for a lifetime. You see these things that we do, changing the steering rack. Never Subaru Babikola. It's just that majority of the garages that we see around are fixing are Toyota garages. Subaru garages zekwekeyo mundeyo mubibati wati okitegeera era gye bakanikira Subaru babeereyo munda basobole okuseera abantu baabwe bulungi okitegeera. So that's why we never know, and majority of the car owners that are honest about their car conditions are still Toyota car. I don't know the last time you found a Subaru car owner telling you kat Subaru yange yafudde steering rack, Subaru yange njichuza. They never say those things. Subaru owners only tell us the good news. Oh, it's very fast. Oh, it's very comfortable. Oh, they only tell us the good news. So durability is another thing that you want to buy a Toyota for, especially if your money doesn't increase like substantially all the time. There are people whose income increases. If you're the kind of person whose income doesn't double every month or every 6 months, then I would recommend that you buy a Toyota because it will be durable for the foreseeable future. So you can drive a Toyota for 5 years and not spend a lot of money on it. Until there are things that you'll definitely buy. Like if I buy this engine generator take a motor can nina jivuga emyaka 5. okitegeera nga sizzeemu kubaako kyenjikolaki kyenjikwatako okitegeera just changing the oil just changing the oil just changing the oil for the next 5 years ne bwenjirinnya kwenkana ki. But I don't know if you've seen Subaru owners bino betulinnya emmotoka za osobola okulinnya Subaru engine neefa ng'ebadde wakagisaamu okitegeera. So durability, when you talk about durability, Toyota still wins. So if you're the kind of person nga sente zo tezikulakula nnyo, go for the Toyota okitegeera. The other reason would be the reliability and quality. Yes, these people that drive Mercedes-Benz will tell you quality ya Toyota and all that. You guys, have you seen crash tests? Yes, the Toyotas get affected more by crash tests, but even Mercedes-Benz get affected. So Mercedes-Benz has stronger chassis over BMW has still at 120. If you're driving a speed of 120 and you get into a serious crash, a BMW guy will die just the way a Toyota guy will die. You get it? We will all die because the crash will be strong. So don't go buying a Mercedes-Benz thinking that if I get into a crash, me, I will be safer than a Toyota person. Which again, you won't. I'll be. You won't drive recklessly in a Mercedes-Benz. You'll die just the same way as a Toyota guy will die. After, would you buy a RAV4 2011 with a knocked engine at 12 million? It depends on how much you're going to be buying the engine. Because with the knocked engine, you'll never be comfortable. Let's check out the Chisiru. Bachivuga ebyekigwagwa kisirisi. Laba wa boda janyiga omukazi n'omukazi asirisi. It depends on the conditions. Everything else is perfect or not, and then you'll have to think how much is a 2011 RAV4 in good condition with a good engine costing, because you'll find that the good RAV4 on the market with everything being good will cost you about 20 million. Nga buli kimu kirungi nga tolina kyokola ovuga buvuzi kugenda okitegeera. You can probably even get it at 18. And then why are you buying one with a knocked engine at 12? Is it a much better option? Are there chances that you will change the engine and also other? Because every time they change the engine, things go wrong. Like me with my old engine, the gearbox was okay. But I take a more engine and then I have to change the pressure plate because the engine has so much power, which take it. So I need to change the pressure plate for the gearbox to match the power of the engine. It doesn't mean the gearbox or the engine have a problem. No, it just means the pressure, because the pressure is what gives the gearbox power, and the pressure is just a plate. Just put it there. So I have to change it. So it means I have to put the gearbox down, put the pressure. So every time you change an engine, something's about to diseases. You be surely you don't know what you are driving. I don't know what experience you have with cars, but the number plate doesn't define the health of the car. So I don't know, Ben, on how experienced you are with cars, but I've driven more than 20 cars. So I can tell you that I'm more experienced with cars. I'm very experienced with cars. That you see that Subaru, it's a UAL. You can find that you'll be on the road for the next 10 years when you find that UBJs are off the road. So in my experience, I find that a number plate has nothing to do with the person knowing what they are driving or not. I know for starters that people that are driving the latest number plates don't even know how to drive, majority of them. So how much is the latest car window selling for? In the bond, it's about 65 million, 50 to 65, I think. Walika Chikumi, Chipina Chiyenje, Hilux Cias, Forerunner. It's like Toyota created auto totas because they don't die. Yes, even the latest, even these Toyotas that have come, the latest ones, they don't die. They just have the gearbox that people just don't know. But if you handle the CVT gearbox properly, still you will have a workhorse. Let's see this Land Cruiser. No, Land Cruiser naye eringa empya. Yala kulaba kanamba. Kati olaba Land Cruiser eyo UAY. It's a UAY. Ojagisanga ngeri ku bbala and UBKs are off. UBK Subarus, UBK Ford Rangers will be off before that UAY. Okitegera. So we have talked about quality and durability, and in terms of the quality, Toyota is improving every now and then. But one thing you need to understand, Vianney, is that Toyota is a budget car. Toyota is not creating expensive cars. Okitegera. And they try as much as possible to put all their effort in the durability and the reliability part. So where Subaru is looking at the comfort or at the design as Mazda does, Toyota puts their money in making sure that their cars are durable and reliable. Awe bateka sente zaabwe. Bote bateka sente mu bintu bitaina makulu. Okitegera. Because, and I find that my car is comfortable than more comfortable than most Subarus. I've not sat in that XT of yours, but the XT is supposed to be an SUV, and I'll tell you that the RAV4 would be much more comfortable than the XT, or XV, or those things. I find that the Kaundo will be much more comfortable, and me and you, we both know that the Vanguard that you bought recently is much more comfortable than your Subaru. It's just that you're passionate about Subarus. That's the thing I've been telling people. Buy Subaru only if you're passionate about Subaru, because there are times Subaru won't make sense. Okitegera. Okujja Kongo ojugula because it's priced lower than a Toyota. Okitegera. But most of my friends that drive Subarus that I know, they drive Subarus because they are passionate about Subarus. They don't drive Subarus because Subaru is the best car they can get. They're just passionate. Ayagala kuvuga Subaru. Okitegera. Would you advise someone to downgrade from Toyota IST to new model Sienta? I don't know if that's downgrading. Is it downgrading in terms of cost, or about downgrading in terms of the car? Because I find that the Sienta is much better than the IST. Maybe downgrading in terms of cost, because the IST is overpriced. It's just overpriced. But I find that the Sienta is a better car, personally. So I don't find that to be downgrading. I actually find that you're upgrading your test, because the Sienta will definitely do more work for you. It has more loading space, and yet you get the same fuel efficiency. You get. So I don't find that you selling your IST and getting the Sienta new model, you're downgrading. No. I find that you're actually, I don't want to call it upgrading. I want to call it just getting a better car. Because the IST will definitely be priced higher, which I find to be unfair. But it's not really, I don't think it's downgrading. Toyota, if you want to be safer than other cars, just go for a Volvo 240. Exactly, but Antonio, I found that we don't really need the kind of safety that we claim we need. Like me personally, when have I driven past 120 kilometers per hour? And the highest speed I normally go is 60. Of course, when I'm taking my kids to school, that's when I go 70. But I don't normally go beyond 70 kilometers per hour. And that's when the road is free. So I don't go beyond that. And I rarely drive highways. Now, if this is probably the Volvo, Volvos are the safest cars. Volvos are the safest cars. But also they are one of the most expensive cars to maintain in Uganda. You'll find that like we have like four Volvo specialized garages in Uganda. 4. Do you know what that means? It means expensive. You just say how many heart surgeons do we have in Uganda? We have 2. That means expensive. So when we say that we have only 4 specialized Volvo garages in Uganda, that means expensive as well. So So kati ate Volvo yetaaga gulanga oli mu bedebede nga tolinga Arthur. Nze sinnatuuka kubeera mu bede. Olaba n'ababede abasinga be tumanyi tebavuga Volvo because Volvo is quite a stretch. Any Volvo is safer than any Toyota, any Subaru, any Mercedes. Any Volvo is safer than any of those cars. What's the price of the Eastern engine? About 3.5. Kata obagala to go wingewa or go wingewa. I have a cousin, he has a Subaru. We drove from Fort Portal to Kampala. We went to those Subaru races and the engine blew just like that. Yes, Mavogaji, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Subarus are very delicate. Very delicate. The Subaru engine doesn't need reasons to blow. Na ye Toyota erwana n'ogikola biki byonna by'oyagala. Naye kati abantu abagamba sorry nga museka at least mwogere nga Arthur museke busesi mukireka. Naye kati gwoseka ate n'ogamba sorry. Yeah? Most accidents cars involve 90% latest number plates. Exactly, Edwin, because majority of the new car drivers don't even know what they are driving. Tebamanyi bye bavuga. That's what I said in my first car. Mukama ye yankuma. Nadukanga me when my wife was still my girlfriend. Nga yekwata, let me show you how she used to hold. Nga bwemba mvuka girlfriend wange yekwata bwat. I used to drive very fast. Mukama ye yankuma because it was a manual car. My first car chibina UAB 155 banangi. Manual drive. Ngenda mu Caldina 4-wheel drive na yunga ya manual. Nemvuga akayongeza banange ne yagadde Kampala wano. Zonna no zibadde moroka nkadde viyani. Moroka empya njazivuga nga nfuse mu bede. Tips on how to handle CVT gearboxes. Just service with the right oil. The CVT gearbox tayina kakodyo. There's nothing special about it apart from the oil that you're supposed to use in that gearbox. Arthur, how do I get your contacts? My contact is in the description of this channel. Antonio, he bought a new engine. Now it's back on the road, but there is something with Subaru engines. They are not reliable. They are not reliable. They are not reliable at all. You don't do super chats. What do you mean super chats? Like and share. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for reminding them, Hillary Flake. Well, guys, you share this broadcast with other people. Let them watch. Let them share in the knowledge that we are getting. Share, guys. Share, like and share, like and share. Like and share. Nange nyamukempite wanabanja. Nindaba watambula. Wano wetuli bwe bayite wanabanja mwe bagayi. Nabanja inawe ye nyumba minister of prime minister omubalagavu. Aina ye nyumba era chovola ali aka chorus. Ate yo Land Cruiser 70 series yo yajja kulema. It's like Toyota created it for specifically for Africa and Australia. That's why their prices are always up. Exactly. Good morning, Arthur. Last time you said the Toyota Prado old model is outdated. Depending on the market today, the price is going up and they are durable cars. Why would you buy a Toyota, that Toyota Prado at 35 million? That Prado also has its own problems. It's seated on a Hilux chassis. So most people use it for things it's not meant to do. That car is not meant for speed. Yet majority of people that drive that car use it for speed. The Prado. You Prado, you're so okay. You want to give a girl in your kind of one. So that Prado is meant to do things that the Hilux would do, not the things that not speed. Chovola bantu abantu abasinga abazifira baba badduka teina kudduka. It's still a good car, but personally I would not buy that Prado. I wouldn't. It's not even comfortable by the way. It does abantu bazivuganga because it's what was there. That Prado, it's what was there. But currently there are plenty of SUVs that you can buy that will give you much more comfort, that will give you the same performance, even more fuel efficiency. It's not even fuel efficient when you look at the cars that exist. It even consumes more fuel than that car window. all boxer engines have the same problem. Tebagipika. Kati nze engine je sipikinga ate nvuga Subaru ngula yaki. Miwe ijovora mbaganze mba kuvuga Subaru nze sengo ba munonda wa. Let me first like the video. Thank you. Wali olina amalu. Clip films munaite gali malu. Wali butamanya. Oba no buto because I was really young. Ochitegera, I was young and I was nze nali sirika nfuga because I paid my tuition at campus. Kwegamba nga nefuga mbuli kimu. I didn't have money though. I don't even know how I managed the fuel. The sende za mafuta nga girlfriend gwenkwana ya agula mafuta. Because ebisera bya campus we were players. Gokwana goddayo naye ka ya agula mafuta n'emmere kwolwo. Na campus. Campus what only mugezi to surviving. I think when you have a car, girls think you're going to give them money. So you tell her I don't have fuel money, she buys. You buy food, she buys. You go eat. Tomorrow she goes back to her hostel. I used to speed to that extent that even road became narrow. Clip films. That's one thing I can tell you. When you learn how to the right things to do it, like me now, at speeding change I gain nothing. Which take it and I'm back somewhere else. Come out sasi. Kajam ngenda mulago either way. Ngenda mulago watambula. Niyo wandege wakwata kati Subaru yiyo yo bibi eringa jasibya ku migo enzo roza UAM nga Corolla na mukadde wange katugende mukano kajjamu ekijja kijje ojinengera kibina yiri eri ku UAG ekyakaga. Show me a Subaru on UAG, by the way. But we're going to about durability of Toyotas. Show me a Subaru on UAG. Show me a Subaru on UAG. I bet in Uganda they are like 4. Wavuganga mchala wanda byotya. Wakaibaka keka chako. Apart from fuel, Makex is a good car. It has no problem. No, I have, but people have refused to go to super chats. I'm testing the podcast. The podcasting I'll do podcasts for two audiences. I'll do podcasts for the general audience and for the people that want to support by donating some money. Why do you need speed when off-roading? But you Prado, you enjoy exactly. Bojipikanga piston is that's Subaru. Please talk about the Alphard in front of you. That Alphard is a very good car. Of course, they are 2.4 and 3 liter, but they are good cars. You see those cars, the Japanese car manufacturers make cars for different uses. Now, those Alphards are meant to transport people. They are shuttles from airport to hotel. That's what those Alphards are made for. The issue is that for us here, when we buy cars, we don't care about what those cars were made for. We buy and we take to the village. But the fact is that Alphard was made for shuttle service. Now, yeah, why don't I just go straight to Ginger Road? I have some work to do at Ginger Road. Let me go straight there and finish that, then I come back to office. Because one and like that. Kampala ya kugata, why should I go and park at office when I can finish these errands and then yeah. So let me go and finish them at once. Omwana wa kibina atabuse. No, that's a Corona. Ekyali kubala ndagayo Subaru ngeri ku UAG ng'ekyo ekimotoka ngeri kubala. Show me one. tuyinza obutagira naye kati ababuloka balimu nga bataano simanyi efuuwa yakakka along the Connecticut highway to Massachusetts, drive 160 kilometers and failure they knock you. Nasaze nenzira mu kiraini ky'abakapere. Kapere wa kibina tamanyi na mmotoka. Tamanyi mmotoka. Wagazi w'ebitali ngo tujja road at once. Guys, we are 44. Bana guys, like. So why you want to buy a Toyota? I already told you reason number one is that Toyota has a high resale value, and for a young person in Uganda, the best car for you to buy is a Toyota. Why? Because as a young person, you have not yet figured out life. That's a fact. Ebintu ebimu olumbe tubyogera kirabikanga tulabikanga abali pessimistic, but as a young person in Uganda, you haven't figured out life. So tewali nsonga lwaki ogula mmotoka joga njajivuga emyaka 20 okitegeera. So you that in case you needed to sell, you would sell quickly and you would not sell at a loss. Okay, at a big loss. Okitegeera. That's one reason why you want to buy a Toyota. So Toyota has a higher resale value. Number two, I say that 90% of the people that have helped do pre-purchase inspection here are first-time car owners. They don't want to make a mistake. And as a first-time car owner, you don't want to make a mistake. Bula Toyota, because ebiseera ebimu batonda bana kutegeera whether you really need a car. Nemba an example y'omuntu eyagula emmotoka. We inspected the car for them. My mechanic has it now for 3 months. Uli omuntu anagino kitegeeza probably they were not ready for the car. Okitegeera, and they just bought it. I don't know if I make sense. They bought it because they had the money to buy it, but they were not sure they needed a car. So the car is in the garage for like 3 months. It moves properly. Ero makanika wanga agibamu na agivugamu just okugisigazanga tetudde okitegeera, but olita ginonanga. So nemba gamba, the other reason is durability. Toyota tezifa tezina jizaga tulabe wano kibina UAG. Nemba buuza gwinayo womanyi wali Subaru UAG okitegeera. I think the other cars that have outlived their existence are Golfs. Nene Golf nazo kusanga UAG kizibu. Even Mercedes Benz finding a UAG is hard. Atezo Mazda. Which other car can we talk about? Ford. Ezo Ford never buy you big sawa ni like ateli ku lugudo. Okitegeera. So Toyota is durable. Then I talked about quality and reliability. So the quality of the cars, these guys are continuously improving, but they have a focus. Every manufacturer has a focus when they are making their products. Toyota focused on making engines that are really nice, that will really leave they focus on making sure that their car is durable. And we are focusing on nyoku design, they are focusing on nyoku comfort. Of course their cars are comfortable. I've sat in a Subaru olinga yajigula milioni 28 nensiya nentura mukura yange milioni 5 ningamba na ye, where is the 20 million there? You get what I'm saying? It's like even the comfort in those other cars is overrated. Like I think people take the word comfort too far. Like you want the car to massage you? Come on. Like my car is comfortable enough. Okitegeera. Etuvuddeyo. The other reason, I wrote my reasons down here. One thing I can tell you is that, contrary to what people think, Toyota is fairly safe. Actually, it's very safe. It's very safe. Senga tubadde nga fena tulinayo omuntu gwe tumanyi avuga Mercedes Benz yafa mu accident. Twabe tugamba Toyota is not safe. But Toyota is safe, and cars don't make accidents. It's drivers that bring accidents. I've driven for 2 years. Sitomeranga ku muntu ne motoka yange sigitomezanga ko kujimalawo. But there are plenty of new cars that even have ABS systems that have been involved in accidents. Okitegera. Nze motoka yange ne ABS nagirawa. I put the ABS off. Okitegera. Yet my car is still moving. Okitegera. It's still on the road. Nenga ABS najijjako. So ABS abatamanyi nti, I think it's air braking system. It's a braking assist system that it helps you brake, like emipira teje kuba ngobo ina ABS and stuff like that. But personally, because I've driven so many cars without ABS, when the ABS control died, when it started leaking, I just put it off and I went back to local. Exactly. So continuously Toyota is innovating with safety. That's why you find that the first nzemoroka jena soko vina avugati yalimo airbag. Nemoroka jemvuga kati limu airbag. Toyota has cars that have airbags even in the upholstery. They have airbags all around. And airbags are one of the things that make a car safe. The other thing that I would like to tell you is that you see why people die in the Chigeges. The Chigege, the impact is direct. In my car, the impact will not be direct. So by the time emotoka wenyiga mu motoka yange mbanziruka nnyo ekitali ku Alphard, so I can tell you that if we are driving and get into an accident, the Alphard guy dies faster than me. Why? Because the impact to them is more direct than me. For me, the accident has to first crash the engine bay and all that before it comes into me. But for the Alphard guy, he's literally sitting on top of the engine. So the safety of cars is also depends on the shape of your car, where the engine is located and all that. The one reason why Mercedes-Benz is safe and Volvo doesn't have Tena van is the highest. Emotoka zayo zona zili shaped nga bwola beno Hilux tuyiseko nga bwola bakawundo, so the engines are far. So if they make the chassis very strong ngekwata engine bay, so kitegeeza engine tejja crossinga kujja kunyiga, that makes the car safer. Kitegeeza kitali kwa yo highest owa Kigege. That's why nti ba driver ebiseera ebisinga abali mu Kigegezo bwaba tabuuse mutawona nti bwatomera bwati, the impact is really direct. But they're innovating with safety. So if you want, you just want basic safety, ngatogenda kuva bya kigwagwa. Toyota is a safe car. It's a safe car bya kigwagwa. That's why I can tell you that Toyota is a very safe car for me and my family. I think in Uganda we just togere ebikwate. Wano mu Uganda wawo ovuga 10 in terms of speed. Where in Uganda do you even drive 150? If it's not reckless driving. Majority of the roads in Uganda, the speed limit is 80. So why are you driving 150? Naye omusajja wa kibina azunga. Omusajja wa kibina azunga. Ne unyone ngeri gye wangadde ku bbala. Alaika yakagigula kagiguze milioni zenga 4 oba 4 kitundu. Automatic braking system. Is it So I find that Toyota is very safe, by the way, guys. It's a very safe car. Kanzire mweno lane aba traffic wawe bali banyimirize tunyumyemu. Bameka bemanya Uganda mukadenga badda mu lane aba traffic babakwate. Moluka mujeso mwenu mujive nako. Banja ala banyimize nete baligo. I wanted them to stop me and we chat. abo nne muna bali mweyo leni bekweka ba traffic bamanyi we bali nze banyimirize tunyumyemukko abuno naye ali kubibye kirayika korora agirengeredde nagambe ye motoka tugimanye Kampala it's okay Hey Toyota, let me give you my last reason why you should be buying Toyota. I think the one reason why you need to continue to buy Toyota is Toyota is continuously innovating. They are continuously innovating, and they want to work with the technology. They work with the technology of the time. You'll find that in the first times that these guys were making their Toyotas, their radios, they used to buy those. They used to put those radios. But as we speak, those guys even put Android radios. They put cars that have Apple, the Bluetooth and all that. Recently we bought the Raum we bought from the Bond. Yari ina Bluetooth ngeri you don't really need to change the radio. Okujja kongo ina bobezi malala. Okitegeera. So they continuously yiyo Subaru bana X20. So Asa, what's the mileage on my Toyota? My Corolla has a mileage of 268,243 kilometers. That's the mileage. Thank you, Dawood. Banange, like and share. Good morning, King Daniels. Maybe some they don't know how to like check those three dots in a corner of your screen. You will see like icon. Let's like the like. Maybe they don't, but they will find it slowly. You guys like the broadcast, please compare Alpha 2.4 liter and the current newer 2.0 new model in terms of performance and durability. I would buy the newer any day. I found that majority of the people that buy Alphard, they buy the Alphard for the prestige of it. The Alphard looks expensive, so they want to have a car that makes people believe they're expensive, so they buy the Alphard. But I'll buy the newer any day. The newer will give you better fuel mileage. It will be easier for you to maintain and keep on the road. Yet it has the same number of seats. I tell you, because the Alphard is big, you'll put more people. No way. It will still take the same number of people like the newer. So the newer any day for me. And the 2008, 2010 newer is actually, it looks really nice. And it's very comfortable, and it's about 35 to 38 million in the bond, depending on where you buy. And mileage, there are so many things that people consider when they are buying those cars. The green works, traffic weakness system. Anti-lock, yes, anti-lock is the right word. Thank you. A motorcar of Gaya police. I now you look like those guys working at CMI. In the Navy level, abantu ba CMI tebaba na bidevu tebasala marini babera na bulevu buno bomma so bokka basala shaulini. Arthur, what's the cost of a new engine for Primo Super model 2000? I overhauled mine before I discovered your channel. If it's still working, you drive. No kirabika ebitala byafudde bufi ono muzungu munna Uganda ono muzinze ndai kanchali mu oluzungu lungi omuzungu munna Uganda saafu eyo mugiraba. There is a new model surf in the bond right now. It looks much better than that one. It looks better than the Vanguard. It's 85 million, about 80 to 85 million depending on where you buy. I would buy it if I had the money. I don't have the money. It's better than buying a Vanguard. Banange Munansonyu, I've not yet put we bought the steering rack. We have it. My mechanic has the steering rack, but I've just not gotten the time to go and put it in. Ngabwe mulaba njiri banyo ate morogeno ye iribanze boda nzitia bana ntula ku boda olumune enkankana nokanga ntula ku boda olumune enkankana nokanga nokumanya nzitia ine nyumba ya wano bagimenyewo. There used to be a very nice house here when nasomeranga ku UMI. There used to be a very nice house here. Mama bagaga siba, it was very nice. Bagimenyewo omugagga si muntu. This is above golf course for the guys that know Kampala very well. Above golf course. Comment kansomenga ntuse wali. Yeah, but the last reason why you want to buy a Toyota is they innovate. Banange, you guys, for the guys that have driven old Toyotas, we have to agree that these guys are continuously improving. You remember when we talked about the Kaizen principle? These guys continuously improve whatever they are doing. The engines, they're improving. Katibaina Valvematic. The gearboxes, they're improving. The interiors, they're improving. Air conditioning, by everything, comfort, safety, they're improving everything. They may not be the safety of Mercedes-Benz, but they are also not the price of Mercedes-Benz. So I'm going to do a recap of the reasons why you need to buy a Toyota, and the number one reason why you want to buy a Toyota is resale value. Resale value is higher than any other car in Uganda. It's very high. So a person that's buying your first or second car, the fact is you should just go buy a Toyota. The other reason is that majority of you, especially you guys for the love of cars, you're buying your first car or second car. There is no reason why you go buy a Subaru. Tewali insonga. Teriyo. So go ahead and buy yourself a Toyota. Nyetugamba, the other reason is the durability. Toyota cars don't die. Toyota cars just don't die. Tezifa kachichechi bachigano okujigula. You buy a Toyota weyagale. Then netwogera to of course twogedde ku comfort wa the Vienna jajijira. Engamba safety. The Toyota is safe enough for any Ugandan family. It is safe enough for any Ugandan family. Safe enough for any Ugandan family. Ingira gate. Morning. Morning, how are you today? I'm okay. So I'm here to pick my transcript. The other new building, right?
No, Madivani block.
Oh, Madivani.
Yeah, room 58.
Kai, thank you. I'm going to read the comments now. Parking here, mani reserved parking here and nange. Nali nchasoma ku UMI na beranga ne reserved parking zange. Ka parking kankali wano ku gate wenyine. Era tema ka parking ngamu. Parking anga uka vitizi kange. How do they check the original car here? It's in the logbook. The logbook doesn't lie. Is the Vanguard for bede or even first? If you have the money, ati osobola kubanga oli first time car owner naye ngoli mu bede. You go ahead and buy yourself a Vanguard. After Primo 2010 at bond is 50 million. That's overpriced. Naye ati munange mumuzaagala. Kati mbagambe ekyo omuntu bwaba alina sente ze oyinza omulemesa okugula ekintu kyayagala. You go buy yourself a Primo 2010 at 50 million. 50 million? That's too much. But if you have the money, why not? Naye Surf or Forerunner, that car still my favorite. Moroka nungi mbaragavu. Era ekitugano gule moroka ezo ezimu sente. And I don't think it's overpriced at 85. What's the average cost of a Hilux pickup truck of the various year models? 40 million. 40 million. You don't be too picky about the number plate. Okay? Compare Mark II Grand and Primo. Mark II Grand for me any day. Mark II Grand any day. It gives me much more comfort. I think it's the comfort and the way it looks. It looks sexier. Vianney nga sabula Toyota. Vianney muleke. Vianney alina ne Vanguard je yakagula milioni 5. Go bagambe nti waliyo omuntu asobola okugula emmotoka milioni 5 nga tamanyi nti ya value. Yagigula nkaga mu 5. Yagigula milioni nkaga mu 5. How many people do you know that invest 65 million in something they don't know that it's good? It's probably more expensive than his Subaru. Vianney sikyecho bana ibagayi kamba sibule nkwasaganye binate. You guys, do you know that YouTubers also put filters like TikTok? Anyway, mbagayi kampiteko manyi deep in coffee bali kudembe Joseph Antonio temwera I do pre-purchases inspection if you're going to buy a car and you want to buy a good car. You don't want to buy a car that is overpriced. I charge 400,000, but I want to make this clear. Pre-purchase inspection on my side is 400,000. People call me and want to bargain. But nange mundeke. Temunkozesa nsobi. Temukozesa makanika wange nsobi. I'm charging emitwala for pre-purchase inspection. 400,000 for pre-purchase inspection. Not 300, not 350, not 370, 400,000. And starting January 2024, it's going to be 600,000. Munyambe, it's better to work for a few people and they are happy than to work for so many people and they end up cursing me. Because abaine mitwala asatu bayitirivu. Naye sibakolera lwansonga nze sagala kola bintu. Mbikole lumunga papa ngoveewo ngene nkole ebirala. Okitegeera. Nikwawi Samuel Sisye, Richard Nabongo, Vianney, the Subaru lover who has a Vanguard. Deep in coffee. Gideon Mviri, Raymond Sechibure, Remy Lewis, Devo King, Hirari Muyambi, Umar, Peace Joseph, Moses Heath, Emma Kafero, Bawa Matha, Access News, Alan Molindo, and Sereko Stach, Mavo Gadget Center, Emmanuel Kabale, Mugabe Kavira, Duburwa Chris Fitness, Brian Bwire, Neza Creations, Deep in Coffee nganko the new Martha, Teremwa Joab, Duburwa Chris Fitness, Engineering and Forex, Mwongi Richard, Caesar Rashid, anaye Vianney agala Toyota naye yebuzabuza. Abbi Bukenya, Jordan B Kalyango, Hami Black Sebyara, Harry Shaf, Atuhaire Boaz, Nelson Chobe, Chris Da Vinci, Salmina, Mato Kofi, Benon Akandwanaho. Yes. Mugabe Kavira nenkogeddeko. Thank you very much guys for engaging. Bisoborwa Ibrahim, Rutashobya Fred, Brian Emma, Patrick Arenawe, Clip Films editor wa film word. Banange mwe bantu mmwe. Simanya njagala kushutinga kalango, simanya njagala kushutinga music video, simanya njagala kushutinga kwanjula kwange mu style yakabi. Clip editunes oye wamwe gwe mugenda okuwa emirimu mekka. Kwanjula kwa Emandoza agenda okwata ebifaananyi ready tumulina. Akawuma Derek, Dawood Mununule, Hilary Flick, yes. Thank you very much. Clay Wandera, Baba Sima, Johnny. Yes. Mwebale nyo babi, mwebale nyo. Hey, which engine is best for Alpha? 2.4. 2.4 is best if you want to save fuel, and then 3 liter is good if you just want performance. I wish you a very lovely day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. Ciao.